In this session, what we'll be looking is about encoders and decoders. So the name itself suggests, okay, encoding means whatever the data you give, it has to be in a coded form, and decoders are exactly opposite of encoders. Okay, so if you have a coded form, this coded form will be again converted back to original data. Okay, these two things are basically for security purpose. Okay, so these are used for security purpose, especially when you have a point A. From point A you want to transmit some information which has to be secured. Okay, so whatever information, it should be in a coded form. This coded form is transmitted, and at the receiver end, okay, let us say this is transmitter end and this is receiver end. Okay, receiver end will be B. Okay, so this receiver end, it will be decoded. Okay, encoding is basically converting your data into a data or information into a coded form, and at the receiver end it will basically decode. Decoding means getting back the original information. Okay, most of your telecommunication networks, okay, especially your mail, your WhatsApp messages, okay, your personal messages, your Facebook messages, all these things are encoded and transmitted onto the network because safety issues will be appearing. Okay, so a decoder is basically a combination circuit which will accept a set of inputs, okay, set of inputs that are represented in binary numbers. Keep this in mind, it is a set of binary numbers, and activates only that output corresponding to input number. Okay, for example, letter A, if you are typing, it is having its equivalent decoded thing. Okay, similarly encoder, right? All the inputs remain inactive. All the other inputs except that corresponding input will remain inactive. Okay, so we have one block diagram which will be appearing in the next slides, which will have a decoder will have n number of inputs and m number of outputs. So the relation between input and output is, if there are n possible input combinations, for each of the input combination only one output will be high, other all outputs will be low. Okay, decoders generally will have an enable signal in order to enable the circuit. Okay, right, just have a look. You have A0 to AN-1 number of inputs and B0 to BM-1 number of outputs. Only one output is high. For example, you have 001 00 something like that. Only one particular output will be high, right? Okay, so this is a fundamental block diagram. Okay, let us check the combinational, like what kind of combinations we can get with a decoder. Let us assume two inputs A and B. So the combinations are 2 to the power of 2, which are 4 combinations you will get. So that means it is capable of handling outputs D0 to D3. That means 4 outputs it can handle, right? Since there are 4 combinations, there will be 4 outputs. That means it is a 2 to 4 decoder. Okay, this input is a coded form, output is your message, right? So here we have combination 0 0. We will be getting D0 as high, rest all will be 0. Okay, 0 1, 1 bit shift, that is D1 will be high, rest all will be 0. Next 1 0, 1 bit shift, okay, rest all will be 0. Similarly 1 1, the last significant bit D3 will be high. Okay, this is the combinational logic for your decoder, right? How does a decoder expression can be obtained, right? How decoder expressions can be obtained? D0, okay, is a combination of A complement B complement. D1 is basically A complement B. Okay, similarly D1 D2 will be A B complement, D3 will be A B. Okay, this is the same logic which was written here, which was expressed in terms of an A and B. Okay, that's an AND gate, right? So here AND gate logic is applicable, right? So similarly we have 3 to 8 line encoder. Okay, 3 to 8 line encoder. So since there are 3 inputs, the combination logic would be D0 to D7, right? D0 to D7. Let us check the truth table for this. Since there is 2 to the power of 3 combinations, 8 outputs you will obtain, that is D0 to D7. Okay, let us check the first logic, which is A complement B complement C, where we got D1 as high. Similarly, the next one 001, that is A complement B complement C, we got D1 as high. Similarly, A complement BC, A complement B C complement, we got D2 as high, and so on. Okay, so let us write the logic here, that is A complement BC, A complement BC, which we got D3 as high, and A B complement C complement, we got D4 as high, right? A B complement C, A B complement C, we got D5 as high. Similarly, A B C complement, we got, okay, that is 110, we got D6 as high, and D7, for D7 it is A B C. Okay, the same thing, right? So if you could observe, there is a each bit shift. Okay, each bit shift. For example, randomly if I type a combination of this, okay, it will check for all possible combinations, and it will enable only this particular output. So at the output end, you can verify, okay, if this combination encoded value is given to the circuit, okay, so this combination of output can be obtained. Here it is 8 bit, okay, 8 bits are there, but in real time the number of bits will be very high. Okay, you might be seeing 256 bit encoded. Okay, 256 number of bits are there for getting one letter or a word. So that such a high complicated circuits can be obtained using a decoder. The fundamental functionality is to get the actual information or to extract the information from your encoded number or encoded values or encoded inputs. Okay, similarly the logic diagram for 3 to 8 bit encoder is this thing. We got A, B, C and A complement B complement C. So accordingly the logic can be written here. Okay, it's a 3 input AND gate, right? So the same thing we have seen in the table. Okay, the same thing is available in the table also. Only for that particular inputs you have to give it to the AND gate, right? Okay, so the combinational outputs can be ORed together. All these things are ORed together. That the reason is any one, okay, any one input, one combinational input will give only one as high. Okay, that means you can OR all these inputs to the OR gate, and then you can obtain a combinational logic, right? So you can either end your logic diagram here, or you can give it to an OR gate, right? Okay, so you can have an expansion of encoders, that means decoders. So if you don't have like a 3 to 8 decoder, okay, how to get a 3 to 8 decoder from 2 to 4 line decoders? Okay, so that means you are basically cascading them, right? So for lower order requirement, it is M2 by M1. For example, we have 2 outputs of a decoder, that is we are using 2 to 4 decoders to obtain one 3 to 8 decoder, right? So this is the logic where you have X, Y and E as one input. Okay, so 3 inputs you got, right? X, Y and E. E stands for enable signal. So for lower order, the first M1 decoder will work, for higher order M2 decoder will work, or vice versa. So this is the possibility. Okay, so this is all about a 3 to 8 decoder from 2 to 4 decoders. It's a combination logic only. Okay, so basically we are getting a common inputs and then segregating your outputs. Okay, first is M1 stands for lower order bits, M2 stands for higher order bits. That's it. It's a very simple circuit. Okay, so we can implement just have an example. Implement the following multiple output function using a suitable decoder. A function F1 is a combination of A, B, C, where it's a sigma m function, that is 0, 4 and 7 are the values, and don't care conditions we got 2 and 3. Here don't care conditions in any decoder, you basically convert them as ones. Okay, 2 and 3 are ones, right? So you have to include them into your sigma function, right? Similarly, we have F2, we have 156, F3 0246. How to make this function? Okay, take a 3 to 8 decoder, 3 to 8 decoder, because the number of values are 3 here, that is 2 to the power of 3. We got 8 combinations, right? So A, B, 3 are inputs, and 3 to 8 decoder, that is 0 to 7 values you will get. Just a second. Okay, we have combination logic, whereas 3 as input, so 0, 1 to 7 will be getting, right? Okay, so how to make this function? Okay, it's an OR function basically. So you take 0 output from this, 2 out, that is 4 you take it as an input to this OR gate, and then 7 as an input to this OR gate, and these two combinations 2 and 3 we have considered the don't care conditions as high, that is 2 also should be given to this OR gate, and so on. Similarly, whatever functions that are available, you directly provide it to an OR gate, right? So we can extract the function, right? Here F1 has don't care conditions, so include them, right? So similarly, 1, 5, 6, 1 you give it to an OR gate, 5 you give it to an OR gate. Okay, similarly 6 you give it to an OR gate, right? Similarly, we have another function 0 to 4, 6, 0, 2, 4 and 6 provided to an OR gate. So all these OR gates are multiple input single output OR gates. Okay, one thing you have to remember, multiple inputs single output OR gate. So decoder, you provide the inputs, so that particular function, that particular outputs will be enabled. Okay, whenever you are changing the logic, that particular logic output will be obtained, right? So that means whenever you are making 0, 0, 0 combination here, we will get 1 as high, so that function will provide an output, right? Are you getting it? So that's all about how to implement decoders in using a combination logic, that means a decoder and an OR gate. Similarly, implement the Boolean function using a suitable decoder. Here it is 157, okay, x, y, z, and we have an enable signal here. In previous case we don't have any enable signal. Okay, here we have an enable signal. So the truth table, whenever this enable is low, okay, or high, one combination you will get an output. That means if enable bar is given, you make this as 0, the output will be obtained. Initially you have to make it as high. So in the truth table you have x, y and z, you have enable signal also. If it is given like this, your active low signal, when it is 0 only you will get an output. If it is given just e, okay, it is 1, so that is an active high signal. Here it is given as e directly, right? Okay, it is given as e, so you have to make a combination with this and a high, that means 0, 0, 1, 1, that is z and e should be 1, or any combination and e should be 1 in order to get a particular output. So this is an active high signal. You have to always make 1 here in order to make your decoder work. Okay, so x, y, z, we have to first function 157, 1 take it to an OR gate, 5 take it to an OR gate, and 7 take it to an OR gate. You will get the function f1. Similarly F2 and F3. F3, yeah, we have 2, 5, 2, 4, 5. F2 we have 0 and 3. So combination 0, that is 0 and 3, 2 inputs, it's a 2 input OR gate, it's a 3 input OR gate, it's a 3 input OR gate. So based on the number of values, the inputs will vary. Okay. So coming to the next thing, which is a encoder. This is responsible for your message. Okay, you have a message and this message has to be encrypted. That means converted into a coded form. This is responsible for that. It is exactly opposite of a decoder. Okay, so encoder converts an active input signal into a coded output signal. That means you are basically encrypting the data values, right? So we have m number of inputs, and we'll be getting a n number of, in case of a decoder we have n as input, m as output, or vice versa, right? Let us check how does this combinational logic or this encoder combination logic will work. Okay, here encoder used to translate a rotary or a linear motion into digital signal. Especially, for example, you take a robot. Okay, it got like two wheels. Let us check the side view of a robot. It's a four-wheeled robot. Okay, so I want to measure the angular velocity theta. Angular velocity theta. So this theta will vary from 0 to 360 degrees. Okay, this value will vary from 0 to 360. We can get how many combinations. If it is 360, you can take any number of bits. Okay, you can represent 360 with 4 bits, 8 bits, 16 bits, all multiples of 2 you can use. So 2 to the power of that many values you can obtain. Okay, 2 to the power of that many values you can obtain in order to represent 0 to 360, right? So these data, since they are for example, you are applying it for a Mars rover, somebody should not get into the rover's circuit and exploit all the things. So in order to do that, this 0 to 360 has to be converted into a digital form. Okay, this digital form is understandable by your microcontroller, right? Any rotary motion can be converted into its coded form. Okay, you take a WhatsApp message. For example, you are typing letter hello, HELLO. Each letter is converted into its equivalent coded form. Okay, we can use different type of coding techniques. Okay, best coding technique that generally used as binary coded decimal or BCD. Okay, so there are different types of encoders: priority encoder, decimal to binary BCD encoder, octal to binary encoder, hexadecimal to binary encoder. Basically, this system, the whole system, okay, all type of encoder systems will work on any type of conversion technique. If you know binary to decimal, you can develop a binary to decimal encoder. If you know octal to binary conversion, you can develop a octal to binary encoder. If you know hexadecimal to binary conversion, you know how to make a hexa to binary encoder. So based on your number systems, these encoders generally depends. Okay, so for example, m is equal to 4, the number of inputs are 4, m is 2 to the power of 2, m is equal to 2 to the power of n. Okay, if m is the input, if n is the input, n is the output, here we can make m and n also equal, right? M and n also equal, should be equal, because this is your information converted to coded form, that is, it is reducing its form, that is 4 to 2. Okay, here two signals you are getting, 2 to 4 conversion. So your input m and output n both should be equal if it is a encoder decoder circuit. This is your information exchange. Okay, the medium is internet. Okay, medium is internet. You type a letter A, convert this into its coded form in a very short form. For example, A stands for 00. The 00, whenever you are providing it to a decoder circuit, it will analyze, okay, 00 stands for A. This is what the information is like. Okay, let us check a encoder. Okay, so we have a priority encoder. That means the very first type of encoder where it will prioritize the inputs based on multiple factors. Okay, here the priority factor is the significance of bits. This is LSB, which is the lowest priority input, MSB, which is the most significant bit, okay, or highest priority input. That means whenever this D3 comes, D0 will be suppressed. That means D0 will be considered the least. Okay, D0 will be considered the least. Just to check the truth table, here we have D3, D2, D1 and D0. Okay, all are written in its canonical. That means it's what do you call the actual descending form of bits, right? So we have 0 0 0, the combination is unknown, 0 0. Okay, unknown combination. 0 0 0 1, okay, this is the least priority bit. Okay, that's the reason we got two outputs, which is 0 0. The V is the output or the whatever the data bit. Okay, it is 1 again. Okay, here after finishing of D0, D0 will be marked as X. That means after getting this D0, it will not be considered again, right? Similarly, D1, okay, the output will be 0, 1. Similarly, D2, 1, 0. D3, high, that is 1, 1, right? So in all the cases, the combination logic will be providing whatever the information that is present here, right? So here you can prioritize D3 as the highest priority and D0 as lowest priority. So D3 is equal to 1 irrespective of other inputs, okay, then output Y0 or Y1 and Y0, or here it is Y0 and Y1 will be 1, 1. D3 is the highest priority, so other inputs are considered as don't care conditions, right? Whenever this thing comes, whenever D3 comes, the other 3 are don't care conditions. Whenever D2 comes, other 2 are don't care conditions. But D3, you can observe, in all the cases D3 will remain 0 except it's the final case, right? Except this one, the rest are the final cases, okay? So let us check the K-map for this D1, D0, D1, D2, D3, okay? So here, which one is the least possible condition here? 0, 0. So that is the don't care condition, right? So like this, you plot individual values where Y1 is equal to D2 plus D3. Y1 is equal to D2 plus D3. That means all are the highest priority unless and until whenever you get this combination. Okay, this combination, right? Whenever you are making D3 as high, D3 whenever it is high, rest all should be low. That's the logic, okay? So logic diagram for a priority encoder is D1, D3. D1, D3 is connected with, okay, D1 into D3. This is the first combination. So this one, which is D2, D3 and D2 not, okay, D3 plus D2, okay. So this is the Y1 logic. This is Y1 and D3 plus, okay, D3 plus D2 D1, okay. Here it is D2 complement, then followed by D1. Similarly, this is given to which one? D3 into D3, okay. Here there is a complement. Just have a look. So this is the logic diagram for a priority encoder. So here we have another combination which is a decimal to binary coded decimal. That means you provide decimal inputs, you will get a BCD output, okay. So here we have inputs from 0 to 9, okay, basically 10 inputs, okay. The combinational outputs are 4, okay. So what kind of converter is this? Is a 10 to 4 bit encoder. Always remember one thing, your input numbers will be large, 10, but your output, the coded form is only 4, okay, in case of encoders. Same case with case of decoders is 4 to 10. That means inputs might be low, outputs will be high in number, okay. So there is a shift of 1 bit, okay, shift of 1 bit and its equivalent output, right? 1, 0 is high, okay, 1 in place of 0, okay, rest all will be 0, the output is 0, 0, 0. Similarly, there is a shift of 1 bit, 1 is high, okay, D will be high, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 100, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 4 zeros, 1, 0, 0, 1, okay, 1, 0, 0, 1. With the 10 inputs, we could get how much? This is 7, 8 and 9. The first one is 0, right? So 10 inputs will give 10 combinations, 10 combinations only, equivalent combinations, but the number of BCD bits are only 4. That's hence the reason we have made 10 to 4 encoder. So shift of 1 bit is providing one combination, right? This is all about what kind of decimal to BCD encoder. This is its BCD. In BCD what happens? Okay, 1010 stands for A, binary coded decimal, okay. Similarly 1011 stands for B and so on till F, okay. After that again you will get 10 the rest of the things, right? 10, 11 and so on, okay. In BCD 0 to 9, that is 10, again after 10 what will you get? You will get A, right? If I am increasing by one more bit, what happens? You will get A, B, C and so on, right? That's a BCD encoder. Okay, decimal to BCD encoder. Okay, so you have a combination logic here. If 1 is high, if 0 is high, okay, what are all the combinations you will get? Nothing, 0 combinations. 1, okay, 1, if 1 is high, what are all the combinations you will get? Like that we have made a OR gate logic. Okay, so 8 and 9 is a, whenever 8 and 9 are high, A is high. That means whenever 8 and 9, only for 8, okay, 8 and 9, A is high. Similarly, for what and all combinations you will get 7 as high, that is B, C, D all should be high. In order to get 7 as high, okay, in order to get 7 as high, what happens? 1, 2, 3, that is 4, 5, 6, 7 also should be high in order to get B function. Okay, let us check B function. B is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is, this is what? 4, 5, 6 and 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7 should be high in order to get B function. Similarly, C and D function. Right? So this is the binary coded decimal to binary encoder. Okay, BCD encoder. Decimal to BCD encoder. So let us check octal to binary encoder. Okay, in case of octal means power of 8. Anything to the power of 8. Okay, it's an 8-digit function, right? So here we have 0 to 7 and the combinations are only 3, right? Shift of 1 is giving one individual outputs. So whenever all things are high, for 8 you will get XYZ as high. Okay, so X function is D4, D5, D6, D7. Y function is D2, D3, D6 and D7. Z function is D1, D3, D5 and D7. Okay, so corresponding to this we can make the logic, that is D4, D5, D6, D7 is for X. Similarly D2, D3, D6, D7 for Y. Z is D1, D3, D5 and D7. Okay, like this you have to connect it to an OR gate. Okay, so that's all for the session. Thank you.